rock this every time you come to LA. Yeah, this will be yours. So every time you come to LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, come get the front shot of this.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna be driving this next year.
Yeah, when you get 16.
Imagine being one of the most recognizable faces in pop culture, and suddenly your name is being whispered in the middle of one of the most explosive federal cases in entertainment history. That's exactly where Justin Bieber finds himself right now, thrust into the shadows of a trial that's already sending shockwaves through the music industry. It all began with a simple, almost playful question caught on video. Where are we hanging out and what are we doing? But the response was anything but casual. That's top secret, came the reply, carrying a tone that felt more cryptic than cute. For some, it was nothing. For others, especially now, it feels like a piece of a much darker puzzle. That moment, now recirculating online, is being dissected frame by frame as viewers look for clues that might explain what really happened during Bieber's early years in the spotlight and what role, if any, Diddy played behind the scenes.
We're also in New York City. The prosecution's star witness, Cassie Ventura, she's facing a second day of cross-examination by the defense attorney for Sean Diddy Combs.
Fast forward to today, and Sean Diddy Combs is facing his 5th day in federal court. The charges are as serious as they come: sex trafficking, racketeering, and a whole web of allegations that have dragged his name through the mud. While Diddy continues to deny all accusations, the courtroom is filling with powerful testimony, starting with singer Cassie, his former girlfriend, and soon, including members of the girl group Danity Kane. It's a mess that keeps getting messier. And although no charges have been brought against Bieber, the internet can't stop bringing up his name. Why? Because when things get this big, no detail is too small to revisit.
5555.
Okay, 55. You heard that?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm here to, because you've been a big supporter of mine, all jokes aside. This right here is my young brother right here. He's been a big supporter of mine. My album's coming out, and you know, we got the crew going around now. You in New York City, and we got the Dirty Money crew, and we wanted to make you an official member of the Dirty Money crew. All right?
Interestingly, despite Bieber's name being tossed around online, the jury might never actually hear about him in court. According to the current scope of the trial, he's not part of the witness list or victim statements. But that hasn't stopped the noise outside the courtroom. In fact, it's gotten so loud that Bieber's team felt the need to finally say something. Through a statement, a rep for the singer made things crystal clear. Justin is not one of Diddy's victims. However, that same rep was careful not to downplay what's happening, acknowledging that many others have suffered and that the focus should remain on them. This response may seem straightforward, but it stirred up more questions than answers. Some fans are wondering, if there's nothing to hide, why speak up now? Others think it's a smart move, cutting through the speculation before it spirals even further. Either way, Bieber's statement wasn't just a clarification. It was a subtle plea to shift attention back to those at the center of the case. This isn't about him, the rep essentially said. Let's not forget who the real victims are. But of course, once old wounds are reopened, they don't close so easily. As this trial gains momentum, so does the scrutiny around Bieber's past with Diddy. Clips, interviews, and once-forgotten footage are flooding social media again, especially moments where Diddy seems unusually eager to mentor a then-underage Bieber. And while those connections may have been written off years ago as harmless celebrity mentorship, they now carry a weight they didn't before, because context has changed everything. Even though Justin isn't expected to appear in court, his name continues to swirl in conversations he never asked to be part of. And with every new detail in Diddy's trial, more dots are being connected, fairly or not. Still, for now, Bieber's stance is firm. He's not a victim, but he supports those who are. And that distinction might be the only thing he can control in a situation that's becoming more unpredictable by the day. Despite Justin Bieber making it clear through his representative that he isn't one of Diddy's victims, his name still hasn't escaped the whirlwind surrounding the trial. The rep's statement was short but carefully worded. It aimed to stop the spread of assumptions while offering empathy to those who are truly involved. The message was this: Justin wasn't harmed, but that doesn't mean others weren't. It was an intentional and necessary boundary, one that attempted to redirect the spotlight from Bieber and back onto the victims who've courageously come forward with their stories.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything?
man.
Starting to act different, huh?
No,
you ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But, you never really got my number, so.
Right.
My
Okay.
number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
But even with that clarification, social media isn't letting go. Bieber's name keeps trending alongside Diddy's, not because he's implicated, but because of their history, something that now feels like unfinished business in the public eye. His team likely anticipated this, which is why their statement didn't stop at denial. They emphasized that the focus should remain where it belongs, on the people who are directly affected. According to them, getting sidetracked by speculation only makes it harder for those victims to get the justice they deserve. That's not just a PR move, it's a call to decency. The internet has a way of turning tragedy into entertainment, and Bieber's team seems determined not to let that happen. They're drawing a line, reminding everyone that while rumors may trend, real people are living through the fallout of a deeply disturbing case. And honestly, they have a point. When the attention shifts too far from what's happening inside that courtroom, it risks diluting the impact of the testimonies being shared. Still, none of this is happening in a vacuum. Diddy's current legal crisis has opened the floodgates to everything connected to him, including his old friendships, public appearances, and relationships within the music industry. Naturally, Bieber's name was going to come up. The two shared many public moments. On stage, in interviews, even in casual videos that fans are now rewatching with a new lens. Back then, it was framed as mentorship. Today, it looks a lot more complicated.
The final phase of jury selection in Sean Diddy Combs' federal criminal trial is getting underway. 12 jurors and 6 alternates. They are expected to be seated this morning, and then opening statements begin. We could see also the prosecution's key witness, Combs' former girlfriend, Cassie Ventura, testify today. You remember that CNN last year published a hotel surveillance video from 2016 showing Combs attacking Ventura. He has pleaded not guilty to the charges of racketeering and sex trafficking. If convicted, Sean Combs could spend the rest of his life in prison. CNN's Lee Waldman is outside the courthouse, and this really is all going to really get underway.
The charges against Diddy, ranging from sex trafficking to racketeering, are serious and continue to develop with each court session. And even though he's pleaded not guilty and denies all accusations, the legal process is just beginning. For Bieber, the resurfacing of his association with Diddy is probably frustrating, especially when it seems like he's trying to stay away from the chaos. But as one of the most recognizable celebrities who had close contact with Diddy during his rise, avoiding attention entirely may not be possible. Still, Bieber's team isn't backing down. Their message was clear. He's not part of this case, but he's not ignoring it either. That balance, between distance and empathy, might be the only move he can make in a situation this charged. And while the public keeps pulling old memories to the surface, Bieber seems more interested in protecting what matters now. Truth, boundaries, and justice for the people actually at the heart of it all. Just when things seemed to quiet down around Justin Bieber's connection to Diddy, the internet did what it always does. Dug deeper. Now, old footage is starting to resurface, painting a far more uncomfortable picture than many remember. In one particular video, a young, clearly underage Bieber is seen hanging out with Diddy. At first glance, it might seem like a harmless celebrity mentorship moment, but the dialogue shifts the tone entirely. Diddy talks about going out to get some girls, and casually suggests they'll be hanging out again after an Usher concert. That kind of language, paired with Bieber's age at the time, now feels completely off.
You know, Diddy bought his son a Bentley. Maybe, you know, he could buy you one also while you're
He
out.
got me a Lamborghini.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
Yeah, I know. When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time.
And it doesn't stop there. Another clip, this time from Diddy's appearance on Jimmy Kimmel Live, has been making the rounds. In it, Diddy brags about gifting Bieber a Lamborghini and giving him access to his home. But it's the joking tone that's most unsettling. Diddy chuckles while telling Kimmel that Bieber knows not to talk about what happens with Big Brother Puff on national television. At the time, it might have been shrugged off as celebrity humor. Today, with Diddy under intense legal scrutiny and facing serious allegations, those same words come off more like red flags than punchlines. Then there's the phrase that keeps echoing across these resurfaced clips. Everything isn't for everybody. It seems like a throwaway line, but the more you hear it, the more it feels like a warning. A reminder that some things were meant to stay behind closed doors. It's that kind of implied secrecy that has fans spiraling, dissecting every old interaction, and wondering just how deep the connection between Bieber and Diddy really was. And more importantly, what exactly Bieber might have seen or experienced as a teenager under Diddy's wing. Concerns are growing among Justin Bieber's fans as old content resurfaces alongside Diddy's current court case. It's not just curiosity, many are genuinely worried. Bieber's erratic social media behavior, cryptic posts, and emotional moments have sparked speculation that he may be dealing with unspoken trauma. Longtime fans no longer see this as just a celebrity having a tough time. It feels deeper. Interviews where Bieber described feeling overwhelmed and frequently crying have taken on new meaning. While he said it's due to how deeply he feels, some now wonder if it reflects something more painful. Though Bieber has never directly accused Diddy of anything, the resurfaced footage and his emotional openness raise serious questions. His silence doesn't necessarily mean nothing happened. For fans who've supported him since the beginning, there's a growing hope that he might one day share his full story, especially now, as Diddy's legal troubles bring new attention to the past. If you found this story as unsettling as we did, don't forget to like, comment, and share your thoughts below. Stay tuned and hit that subscribe button for more deep dives like this. We're just scratching the surface. There's always more than meets the eye in Hollywood.